Welcome to Narnia, the enchanted land C.S. Lewis brought to life in his celebrated books, The Chronicles of Narnia. A world woven from magic and mystery, folklore, legends and myths. Narnia doesn't exist only in your imagination, it's a real place. A place inspired by Lewis's childhood in Northern Ireland. This special place not only appealed to Lewis's love of freedom, it also provided the perfect setting for epic fantasy and adventure. For Lewis, Northern Ireland was a gateway to a world where anything seemed possible. Now you can explore the places that meant so much to him, and you'll believe his magical world exists when you stand atop a lonely Mourne peak, or discover a ruined castle, or ramble through glens rich in folklore. 50 years after Lewis completed the Chronicles of Narnia, Northern Ireland's rugged coast, tranquil lakes, and mist-clad mountains still offer places where you can indulge your love of adventure or magic. Even today, you can discover many of the sites linked with his life and writings. Lewis's fondness for County Down can be traced to his early years in East Belfast, set on the edge of its soft, low hills. Clive Staples Lewis was born in 1898 into a booming city. Victorian Belfast was a major port, industrial powerhouse, and home of the world's greatest shipbuilders. His maternal grandfather, the Reverend Thomas Hamilton, was first rector of St. Mark's Church in East Belfast. The rectory of this beautiful church, known as the Lion on the Hill, features a distinctive lion head doorknob, possibly the inspiration for Aslan the lion. The church is also home to magnificent stained glass windows, donated by Lewis and his brother Warnie in memory of their parents. Lewis's Belfast roots go deep. His grandfather was an engineer and shipbuilder, and his father Albert had a city centre legal practice. His mother Flora was remarkable for her time. Gifted in mathematics, she was amongst the first women to graduate from Queen's University, Belfast. When Lewis was 6, the family moved from Dundela Villas to Little Lee, a house which played a key role in the Narnia story. Ireland has a wealth of ancient sagas, the finest set in Ulster. These stories of warriors and wise men like Finn McCool and Cuchulainn are even more real when you explore the northern countryside. These lands are rich in Neolithic ruins and burial sites, standing stones, early Christian monasteries and castles. In 1908, after his mother passed away, Lewis began secondary school at nearby Campbell College, a school founded, as he once said, for the express purpose of giving Ulster boys all the advantages of a public school education without the trouble of crossing the Irish Sea. He likened Campbell to living permanently in a railway station due to its brick halls, long corridors, and lines of students. Lewis went on to gain a formidable reputation as an Oxford Don, a devout Christian, a broadcaster, literary critic, poet, science fiction writer, and prolific man of letters, with over 40 books to his credit. But for all his fame, Lewis always considered himself an Irishman, and his homage to his homeland became his most enduring legacy. In 1950, aged 51, Lewis embarked on his Narnia voyage, a journey he completed 6 years later. In Narnia, Lewis created a magical land which continues to enchant generations worldwide. After Lewis's death in 1963, his brother eloquently expressed Northern Ireland's unique appeal. What he sighed for was the lost simplicity of country pleasures, the empty sky, the unspoiled hills, the white, silent roads on which you could hear the rattle of a farm cart half a mile away. To mark his centenary, a sculpture entitled The Searcher was placed at Hollywood Arches Library in Belfast. Created by Ross Wilson, it features the character Diggory Kirk from The Magician's Nephew and is modelled on Lewis at age 21. Northern Ireland's most famous seat of learning, Queen's University Belfast, is creating a C.S. Lewis reading room within its new library, complete with wardrobe doors donated by the filmmakers of The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. Today's Northern Ireland is a modern and bustling place with vibrant, cosmopolitan cities such as Belfast and Derry, where you'll find traditional culture side by side with the trappings of modern life. You don't need to step into a wardrobe to open up a world of wonders, where magic lives around every hill. So, why don't you rediscover your inner child by exploring the real Narnia and spend some time in the place where the story began, Northern Ireland. If you would like further information on the places, sights and sounds which inspired C.S. Lewis, please log on to discovernorthernireland.com. As the man himself said, you're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream.